everybody on another episode of Everybody Hates Black Men. I am your host, Edward Anderson. Shout out to everybody that checked out my my last upload. I may do an upload on this one, but it's gonna be some thoughts I got for you really quick. I know it's early, so y'all will catch this later. Tyla is sold like around 3.7 thousand, 3,700 EP albums for a 4-song EP. And people are starting to talk about it, you know, that it's a flop, blah, blah, blah. Here's my thing. I actually like Tyla. I actually like some of her music. You know, it has a good sound. But it's even a song from Burna Boy or two that I like. But there's a couple of things I want to outline when it comes to Tyla in particular. And then there's a reason I added Burna Boy in there. First things first, let's talk marketing. Let's talk the practicals. Tyla has all of the intangibles. She has the look, the dance, she can put out the albums. She's just as talented. as Sabrina Carpenter and all that. So why isn't she resonating? Why isn't she resonating with an American audience? So first of all, she's not resonating with an American audience for a couple of reasons. Number one, white people have their own artists to push. White people are trying to push Sabrina Carpenter. They're all hands on deck to push her. She's actually got another album coming out. Sabrina Carpenter, Billie Eilish. These are pretty much the two people they're going to be pushing. Billie Eilish for the cultured white folks. Sabrina Carpenter for the regular pop Britney Spears type situation. That's it. So they're not gonna have anybody. And Tyla's problem is number one, they can't absolutely control her because Tyla is a global artist. And just being completely honest, if you notice, a lot of American acts are not necessarily global acts. You have your Beyoncés of the world, but they need people's center of gravity to be in the United States or in the United States. They do not want, there's other exceptions to this, but for the most part, especially with pop acts and rap acts, they do not want you to be able to go overseas and eat like really, really well. Like eat more potentially you can eat in the United States, because that means there's a certain level of control they're just not going to be able to have over you. They're not going to have leverage. The name of the game is leverage. And because Tyla is from South Africa, she's not from here. So there's just certain things that is going to warrant them to go all in to try to make her big. And she's not white. That's just the be all end all. So when it comes to certain things, they like to use artists for like politics and different stuff. That's not here. And that just is what it is. So white people are not going to push her to white people. They're just not. They'll credentialize her and put her in position to try to deal with the black market. And then they may double back to it if you can capture the black market, because they've been having problems with Chloe Bailey and stuff like that doing that. But they're not going to run interference with Sabrina Carpenter. That is why she was put in all of the Grammy stuff in the black categories. She was not put in the general categories because she wasn't winning. When they did put her in the general categories, she didn't win. Because the goal was to credentialize her. Yeah, what's up, y'all? The goal was to credentialize her. I mean, she's talented. It's the same thing they're doing with Doechii. They put these are marketing tactics. When they give these people all these credentials, but you don't know what fucking song that she's winning for. And people are really sensitive to that. Unless they have something that they identify with when it comes to the artist. Jesus fucking Christ. When it comes to the artist. When it comes to the artist. Yeah. And so ultimately her team fucked up. Like they really did. So white people are not gonna just bail you out. White people are not gonna just bail you out. They're not. Not on this one. Not because of those factors. And white people will gas you up, they'll lie to you, they'll gaslight you, but they kind of set you up. They kind of set her up. They knew this was going to be a problem. They set her team up. They knew this was going to be a problem. They knew this was going to be a problem, and they didn't let her know. You might as well not even try to be in this market if you're going to do this. They should have. They let her be a crash dummy. That's what they did. They did not tell you this. And so coming back to this colored thing that she did when she sat, when not even just her but her team, when they thought, oh well, black Americans, and when we say black Americans, y'all are talking about black American women, because truth be told, black American men don't really care, although people do pay attention to the fact that tyla is not doing a lot of collabs with black American men. Like, I don't know why you try to be in the black American market if you're not going to deal with black American men as far as artistry, number one. Number two, if you're going to, she made 3 critical mistakes. The black American men thing is not as critical. It's like the least critical, but it is a critical mistake. The color thing, because she doesn't understand, this feeds into colorism. It has no fucking, it doesn't fucking matter what you identify as. Mulatto identifies as a mulatto, and they said, bitch, change that fucking name. And she's from here, and she acted like she wasn't gonna change it, and she changed it. Light-skinned Keisha didn't change her name. You don't hear about light-skinned Keisha. They let Cardi B get away with it because Cardi B acts and talks like a Dominican black chick. So if you're not gonna walk and talk like them, and they can't readily identify the gynocracy in you, or at least you know how to play that role, yeah, it's gonna be a problem if you're multicultural. And then you got to understand too, if there's a lot of multicultural women in the game, there's only going to be a couple of slides black women are going to let slide with that. Hold on one second. And that's what a lot of people are not understanding. That's what it's not that they don't understand, they refuse to understand it, because let's just keep it all the way 100. Y'all think y'all can go to white people and white people just gonna get you, it's gonna solve the problem for you. And what you don't understand is white people, because they can't control you, they can't necessarily control you because you're more of a global, and you're not white. They're going to be like, nah, you need to go ahead and get this black support, because that's when you become valuable to us as another black pawn. And if you can't do that, then, you know, it is what it is. That's how they feel about it. That's how they feel about it. So they're not going to help you do it. Because why? What is in it for them? It's not a lot in it for them, and that's what they don't understand. So white people are not going to help you. And even if white people helped you, they automatically know that if black women don't fuck with you, especially if you're a female artist, it ain't nothing you can do. If black women don't fuck with you, black men are not going to pick up the slack like that. They're just not. They're just not. So you being a lighter complected chick, doing the colorism thing, I don't give a fuck about color. I understand that you're in America. We identify that different here. We identify as you trying to be mixed. You're trying to be in the middle. You're trying to kind of leave the room open for you to not be black. That's how black women feel, and why they feel is what it is in their mind. So when you get people talking about, oh, y'all think black women think everything rotates around them, yes, they do. They don't care. And they will say, fuck you and have a nice day. Fuck your music. They will say that. And so the other thing too is her audience sitting here and attacking black people, not understanding the kind of FBA movement, ADOS movement, not understanding like the internal politics that's growing amongst black people, particularly black women. Oh, this is the other third thing I was gonna say. You're dealing with a gynocracy. And the gynocracy is strongest with the music, because the advertising dollars for black women are the most important advertising dollars. They don't focus the advertising dollars on black men. That's what you're not getting. So when you sit here and so they're looking at how can you be marketed to black women. This is what they're looking at with Cardi B. This is what they're looking at with Megan, because Megan is not going to be marketed to white people. She's not white. They can't sell products through her like that. They're gonna look at how can I get access to that $1 trillion spending power or get more of it through you. That's what they're looking at. They're not, Tyler, you're black. Regardless of how you think you're mixed, this is not multicultural in that way. You can't pull that off here. Because say what you want, Africa is majority black. It's not true here. So it doesn't work that same way. It doesn't. So, this ain't really for her. This is really for her team. So when her team basically is on some fuck that, we don't need African American, you're fucking stupid, because everybody sees all the money, not to mention who you probably had to pay to give you that Grammy and credentialize you. You think she's getting on all these Jimmy Kimmel, all these shows for free? You think all that shit is free? That's a part of the marketing campaign. Just like with a movie. When you do trailers, that's the ad. You do shorter cuts for TV spots. You go to Tonight shows in order to push the movie. You go to events in order to push. It's the same thing with an artist. They're launching her. That's what they're doing. Everybody knows, everybody sees that. And the thing about it is, you didn't even, but this is what you haven't done. You haven't pressed the flesh with black women. You haven't gone to any events to let you know. And I'm not defending black women. I'm just saying, you didn't even go to Essence Fest. You didn't go and do anything that makes black women feel you're one of them. You didn't go to any fucking college, school events. You're not doing anything that gives black people any kind of inkling that you fuck with them for real. In fact, you're going out of your way to make it look like you really don't fuck with black women like that, African American women like that, African American women in particular. You just do music and you want to create that barrier in between the music. Black women like being empowered. This is what Doechii does. The problem is a lot of people, Doechii can get away with the shit, the bot and shit she doing in the eyes of black women because she's dark. But even Doechii is getting mad pushback. So it's not like, black artists, it's not like you're being singled out. You're being singled out. Other artists that are in America go through this same thing. And it's showing up in your numbers because it doesn't seem like people organically fuck with you. And what happens is with her stands, all they want to do is they want to attack people on some, like basically making it like, oh, we don't like black Americans anyway. So the bitch doesn't need to be in America then. She needs to be in Europe. So why don't you tell Tyla take her ass out of America then? She wants to make it here because she can make it here. The money is here, which is why she wants to make it here. Because the money is here. And what the white people, I know they kind of low-key told you, but you didn't hear it. They told our team, you're going to have to go through black people. And going through black people requires you're going to have to go through black women in the music industry. That's what it is. There's no way around that. You're going to have to kiss the gynocracy ring. And if y'all are not willing to do that, all you're going to do is throw good money after bad. There is no way around that. Because when Rihanna was coming up, there wasn't a lot of the white pop stars weren't where they are. Britney Spears already established. She had the audience she was going to have. Christina Aguilera was going to peak at where she was going to peak. Katy Perry was never the pop chick. Katy Perry just had a run. So they were never really boxing people out. Taylor Swift is more of a kind of a different thing, even though she's technically pop. So Rihanna came up at a different time where she had room to do that. Tyler, you don't have that kind of room because they're trying to establish Sabrina Carpenter. They're trying to establish like the new generation, and you're not in that because they can't control you. And it's not like they can focus you through like selling things to white people because you're not white. And they really don't give a fuck about the multicultural thing. This is why they always throwing everybody in the same kind of spot that way. So it's funny seeing, like, when it comes to the FBA, ADR, it's how people, they just let their real feelings come out. They start getting mad, pissed off, talking, well, you black American, da-da-da. I'm like, at the end of the day, motherfucker, you trying to make money out of this country. And that's that tether mentality, man. It really is. That's that tether mentality, yo. That I'm better than you, but I still need you. And they're not understanding why, like, it's not just tether. Hispanics have that same mentality. So it's like, and the sad part about it is the talent's there, the music's there, but the problem is people don't fuck with you because they get the feeling you don't fuck with them. That's really what it is. And you don't walk, talk, and act like a black chick. That's a good thing fundamentally, but the reality is they know you're not them. Chloe Bailey's going through the same issue. Chloe Bailey, and she's from here. So just because, like, Tyla is very feminine, and the problem is that rubs black women the wrong way because they know Tyla is not African American. They know she's not. Because so when you did that, all you did was basically give credence to that, and you all thought, oh, it's not a big deal. Charlamagne wouldn't have asked you if it wasn't a big deal. That's why he asked you. And y'all, all you had to do was say you were mixed, but that was too much for you because you thought you were bending the knee. Well, hey, I guess that American money ain't really worth it. Cause saying you are mixed, that colored shit, that's just nothing but a word. That shit, what does that shit really mean? It's just like Negro versus African American versus FBA. Is it really worth millions of dollars? Really? Was it really worth that? And this is all really aimed at her audience, not her audience, but her team. Your team are fucking stupid. You need to fire them. Not necessarily saying you should get Riot Nation, but you need to fire your team. Your team, like, if you all do not fuck with African Americans for real, that shit is gonna come out. You can't put that genie back in the bottle anymore. People are already looking for that. And it doesn't matter how good the music. There is no hit that's going to be so good that black women are going to get around that because all the music is being filtered from this kind of colorism lens. Colorism is a no-go when it comes to dealing with black females. They will say fuck you and die over that shit. They do not care. They do not care. And white people knew that, and they let y'all run into this buzzsaw, which should tell you they don't really fool with you for real like that either. They really allowing you to spend a whole bunch of money so they can observe how people respond to it for future things they may try to do. But they're gassing you up all this, giving you the awards, putting you on Variety. Yeah, they'll take your money. They'll take your money for advertising dollars. Yeah, if you're willing to spend it, they'll take it. But they play in your face. But y'all don't see that because they're white. Because they're white, you don't see that. Because they go, black people are closer to Jesus. So anyway, before I get out of here. So that's all I wanted to put out there. I mean, I got other stuff I could put out there. Shout out to Shedeur Sanders. Having a good game. Fuck these racist NFL owners. We knew what it was. The NFL needs to be put under investigation for collusion. They really do. And they need to have an antitrust protection challenge for that. Fucking small white people need this small. I can't stand white men that small dick energy. Cause that's all that is. That is all that shit is. It's small dick energy. See what y'all gotta say. What up, Ed? You up late? Yes. House are pensive. The Pinky wants to see all the white man hit his line. Late night stream. Yeah, what it do? I like who is listening to Tyla? Well, clearly, yeah. The Grammys, man, they love giving up. I mean, they gave Doechii a Grammy on an album she sold 11,000 units. People talk about it's underrated. Bitch, get the fuck out of here. Look at all the best hip hop albums as won Grammys. Compare her shit to it. Like, people are very turned off by, even academics had to say that. You know, people are very turned off by you trying to shove people down people's throats. Tyler is bigger overseas, but Tyler is not. Tyler is not like mainly established overseas, and she's just trying to expand to America. Tyler is trying to really put all her eggs in America, which to me is a mistake. Because what this is telling me is her team is not seasoned themselves. They haven't won anywhere, but you're just trying to win here so you can say, hey, you're big in America. I think the thing is she thinks they think they got everywhere else in the bag. So they're like, if we get it in America, we can just expand. The problem is your team is, I don't know, maybe they are, maybe they've launched other artists, I don't know, but they seem very arrogant. And at the end of the day, one thing about black people is black people don't fuck with people that don't fuck with them. And if you make obvious, like, black people are not going to assume you don't fuck with them, but if you make obvious mistakes to give us an indicator you're suspected to not fuck with us, then it doesn't matter how good your music is. It really doesn't. Like, black people are not hurting to listen to Afrobeat style music. And this goes back to Burna Boy too. All these black people that got like this slick ass shit to say about African Americans, like, it's like our music is already multicultural when it comes to other black people in the diaspora. We don't care. We let Jamaicans all this stuff in. We don't gatekeep. That's our problem. That's our problem. We don't gatekeep. And so for y'all to have really a lot of this shit is, I think I'm better. Y'all look at African Americans like house niggas that you better than. It really is that. It really is that. And black people and African Americans are starting to get in the memo. And the thing about it is, if black women don't fuck with you, it really don't matter. Ain't nobody gonna fuck with you. Because black men have no pressure to fuck with you if the women don't fuck with you. So when you get all these dudes, these people that they like to, have these attitudes towards African Americans are not asking anything of you all. You all want something from us. The leverage, you all have no leverage. I don't want to hear about what Africans are going to do in Africa 100 years from now. Because truth be told, you don't know if that's going to be Africans doing that or other people that's colonized Africa. Everyone thought it was everything else, but that's really what it was. Yeah, apparently Burna Boy was talking ish. I mean, it's same thing with Kai Cenat, even though he apologized. The reality is, you have a lot of dude people that this is the thing that y'all don't understand. When y'all say stupid shit like black people ain't got no culture, essentially what that's an indicator of is that y'all are talking behind our back. So y'all have whatever y'all gather around, and y'all just start talking about African Americans while cosplaying as African Americans. That's the funny thing about that. And see, this is where like stupid shit like black women crashing out to the extent that they have really comes and fucks black people, man. Because a lot of this shit wouldn't happen if black people were more united on certain things. Black women are so interested in not being black and being woman first, even though all these other women fuck with their own group before. What has these other women done for black women? That's what I want to know. What has any other woman done for black women under the basis of womanhood? White women, Latin women. What have they done? And then y'all really gonna look stupid when these other races of women start rating the best of your men, the sexual best as well as the economic best. Y'all really gonna look stupid. So a lot of these little attitudes that y'all be too bitch made to kind of be honest about, even Busta Rhymes, when he said the goofy shit he said, Akon, it's like y'all are cowards. Cause y'all won't say what y'all really feel until you already got the money. And it's like y'all don't understand the same thing with black women. Y'all only get to run that place so many times before the trust is broken and people just start assuming. It's just like with Obama. Look at how Kamala, they had to damn near cheat. They had to damn near cheat for Kamala to get in there. For Kamala to get VP. Because people weren't fucking with her like that. Yeah, anybody coming in here stupid, get their ass out of here. And so people want to talk about how the fuck we got no culture, but you cosplaying as it. So what you acting like? What are you talking about? So if we have no culture, what culture are we emulating? So it's like, it's obvious y'all be talking shit. And because black women can't get past their own hatred of black men, they be fucking with the very women that really don't like you for real. These women are competing with you for white men, for everything. And y'all don't see that because y'all too busy hating on black men because y'all don't want to be black. It's really funny. But yeah, man, she kind of flopped, and it's like flopped on her album release, and it's like people gonna be talking about you in here talk about next week because it's something to talk about. And people gonna be like, oh man, black Americans. I'm like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Like, you need to go ahead and try to make it somewhere else, because the issue is you really can't take that back. It's like, because she's clearly not comfortable. It's worse. It's worse than she don't like African Americans. Tyla acts very uncomfortable around African Americans. She acts noticeably uncomfortable. Now, I don't see her acting uncomfortable like that around white folks. People pick up on all that shit. And so she's not gonna want to do the work that's gonna be necessary for her to clean that up. And the problem is Tyla does not walk, talk, and act like a black chick. So that identity is not there. It's just not. So I don't understand. It's just like what I've told black men. If black men are hell bent on dating black women, then you are going to have to become what they want. If you want them that bad, like African Americans, that women that bad, that means they have the leverage, and you are, as an individual, you are going to have to at least learn how to cosplay with thuggishness or incorporate that. You're going to have to do that. Is that every woman? No, but even the 92s want that. You're going to have to do it. If that's what you want. And it's the same thing with Tyla. If you want to make it in the American market, the white people are not fucking with you. They're not. Because they got to push Sabrina. Sabrina got a whole nother album. So they about to make that push. She got a whole nother album launching at the end of August. That's the problem. You are basically her. Y'all the same size. Y'all got kind of a little bit of the same shtick. It's the same shit, just the white version. So they damn sure not about to help you. It's not fair. It is what it is. They are very similar. They cross a lot of streams. That is really, and even if that wasn't true, they still wouldn't be pushing you that hard, because again, they're looking for people that they can sell to, like Sydney Sweeney. People they can sell product to white folks. That's what they're looking for.